Okay, very rather good afternoon to all of us today, and I trust that you are all well. We welcome you to this public debate for the council teams, and we really appreciate that you were able to find time to be able to join us. We apologize for the slight delay due to logistical issues, but we have now sorted them out. And shortly, we will be having the teams in front here, the team leaders in front here, so that they can share with us their plans, their schedules, their policies, their promises, and what it is that they're going to be doing. Essentially, the purpose of this debate is for us to, as a commission, to give the teams, the respective teams, a platform for them to be able to air their promises, their policies, and to convince the electorate that as a team, we are the best. And so we thank the teams. We have 5 teams that have been cleared for this campaign period to contest for the student council position. And those teams, of course, are already here. Their team leaders are already here. Allow me to make a few introductions, as it were, or just take a moment to introduce the commission, the teams, the secretariat, the live audience in the auditorium, and then after that, I will tell you what we're going to do. So allow me to start with the commission, the Independent Electoral Commission, that commission that has put this together, that commission that has been with you since the 4th of this month, the 4th of March, when we started all these arrangements, and we've been able to do so many activities together. And today, of course, we are doing this. And going forward, of course, we do believe that until that time, when this whole electoral cycle will come to a close, then the kind of peace, tranquility, and respect that we've always seen is going to be maintained, and that is important. So let me just ask the commissioners, those that are present here, to kindly stand up. Of course, the chair will be coming shortly, so they do not have, it does not have to come here now. So commissioners, kindly stand, and so that you can be seen. Do we have another mic for the commissioners to introduce themselves? Yeah. Yeah, kindly go ahead and introduce yourself, Vice Chair.
Good afternoon, Chair, Commissioners present, and all protocol observed. My name is Professor Susan Chepkonga. I am the Vice Chair, IEC. Thank you. Welcome to this debate.
Thank you very much, Vice Chair.
The Chairperson of the Commission, the teams that are here, and the student, good afternoon. It's good to see you all here. My name is Nelia Stara, a student commissioner. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Commissioner Thara.
Chair, the Commission and Secretariat, and my fellow students, good afternoon. My name is Lavenda Kerubo. I'm a student commissioner. It's good to see all of you here.
The chair of the commission, commissioners present, the secretariat, aspirants, and all students present. Good afternoon. My name is Lennox Kimathi, a student commissioner as well. Looking forward to the session.
Thank you very much indeed, Commissioner Lennox, and all the commissioners in general. The vice chair, the chair will be coming shortly to introduce himself and make a few remarks. We also have Professor Evelyn Wagayo, who is a staff commissioner in the commission, and she's away with apologies. And my name is Ndeti Ndati. I am also a staff commissioner in the Independent Electoral Commission this year. And allow me also to ask the Secretariat present, members of the Secretariat present, to stand wherever they are and say their names kindly. We don't have many in the room, others are following online. I can see right at the far left, whom am I seeing? Esther Nekesa, and Adhiambo, Millie Adhiambo. All right, Nekesa, go ahead and then give the mic to Adhiambo.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to, this Unsa 2024 debate. It's exciting. My name is Esther Nekesa, the part of the secretariat for this year's Unsa IEC.
Thank you, Esther.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mildred Omino. I'm part of the secretariat, and I welcome you all for this Student Council debate, and all the best to the teams that are participating in these elections.
Thank you very much indeed. Millie? Sorry, there's a guy right behind you.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Francis Macau. I'm a member of the Secretariat of this Commission. I'm concerned about security and safety issues for the whole elections. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, Macau, for that. Come right to the front. Oh, you have a mic already.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. This is Lord Kimani. I'm a member of the Secretariat. Support of my city.
Thank you very much indeed. Have I left behind any other member of the Secretariat here present? Thank you very much indeed. And we also appreciate the support that we've been able to get from our colleagues who have helped us to set up this. That's fantastic. Of course, we'll be talking about that later as we close the function, because we have a session of a vote of thanks, and I wouldn't want to move that now. But members, allow me then to introduce the key people or the key teams that have made us to be here present. And I will start with the guys that are just near me here. Team Inclusivity. Please, on your feet. Team Inclusivity. Let's applause them. Let's applause them. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. And quickly, you can tell us who is present, because the members will not get time to speak. Let them introduce themselves now. This is your time, because after that, it is only the team leader whom we are going to be engaging here at the front. So let these guys who have come to support you know who is present today.
Hello everyone. My name is Rocha Ndogo Madzao, fourth year student, Chairperson, Team Inclusivity.
Hi, I'm Zainab Dibora Hirbo. I'm the Vice Team Inclusivity.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon again. I'm Amboka Brian, Sports and Welfare Representative, Team Inclusivity. I'm glad to be here.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ubah Abdi. I'm a second year law student, and I'm the treasurer for Team Inclusivity. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lahat Maria Lapaj, International Student Representative, Team Inclusivity. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. This is sauti yangu ya kawaida. I have a little bit of cold. My name is Ramesh Saxena. I'm the outgoing governor, Faculty of Health Sciences, and I'm also the Secretary General, Team Inclusivity, a fifth-year medical student. Thank you all.
Thank you very much indeed. A round of applause for Team Inclusivity, please. Thank you very much indeed for gracing the occasion. You may have your seats. Then right behind them is Team Enoch, if I'm not wrong. Okay, on your feet, please, and very fast, Team Enoch. And as we, just before you speak, as we said, remember we said we are a live audience here. We did not sit according to the people that we support, but all of us here support a team here or a team there. And we said we will cheer everyone when they make a point. So encourage these guys when they speak, when they stand up and stuff like that. The only thing we said we will not do is to boo, to heckle, or to engage in any acts of intimidation, because that's not allowed. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Enoch.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Enoch Nyamongo, the team chair, Team Enoch.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Zebi Otieno Odindo, SG Team Enoch. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Moses Wakile Letirangoi. I'm the Sports and Social Welfare Representative in Team Enoch.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Faith Mwethia Mutua, Vice Chairperson, Team Enoch.
Good afternoon. My name is Lucy Wahumu-Kuria, Treasurer, Team Enoch.
Thank you very much indeed, Team Enoch. You may have your seats. Next, we go to Team Leosi. Yes, give the mic to Leosi here. Leosi tells me that let him tell us where his guys are.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Clap for him, Bwana. Clap for him. Thank you, Bwana.
Thank you so much, the Commission. My name is Leosi Kosgei. I'm the incoming Unsa President, Team Leosi Synergy. My team members will be joining me shortly. They apologized for stepping in late. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed, Bwana. Encourage Team Leosi. Give him a clap. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And remember also, your supporters can still stream in. The door is still open. So tell them, although we have started, they can still stream in to give you moral support. We haven't closed that door yet. Next is Timugo. Timugo. Hey, Bana. Makofi kwa Timugo. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Dan Kutiti, Secretary General, Team Collins M.
Good afternoon. My name is Collins Mugo, Team Leader, Team Collins M.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Kibet, the Sports Rep, Team Collins Mugo. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mudama Winfred Mokami. I'm the Vice Chairperson, Team Collins M. Thank you.
Hi, afternoon. My name is Yang Nyagwari Tut, the International Students Representative.
Thank you very much indeed. Another round of applause for Team Collins M. Asanteni sana, you may take your seats. Then last but not least is Team Haya Dennis. Team Haya Dennis, bwana. Makofi wanaposimama. Asante.
Good afternoon. My name is Grace Joy Ngoinganga. I am a second year law student. I am the PWD representative for Team Haya Dennis. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm the international students representative. My name is Noemi, a second year in industrial chemistry, and I'm in Team Haya Dennis.
Good afternoon. I am Precious Mumo, Vice Chairperson, Team Haya Dennis.
Hello, everyone. I'm Felix Kiptok Kimboy, the outgoing Secretary General Faculty of Education, the SG to Team Haya Dennis.
Good evening. I am Haya Dennis, the team leader, Haya Dennis. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, Team Haya Dennis. You may take your seats. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, just to remind you of the ground rules that we agreed upon earlier when we started, for those of you that walked in late, we said we are here for moral support, to support the 5 teams that have been cleared successively by the Commission, and therefore it becomes pertinent and prudent for all of us to observe dignity and etiquette, so that, again, as I said, we don't boo each other. Instead, we encourage one another, clap for people. Even if it is a team you're not supporting, you're here, clap for them, make them feel good, because at the end of the day, we are not voting now. You will still have to make a decision much later. So let's support and let's give this exercise some life and some impetus by making sure that we participate in encouraging these guys. Just before the teams are called to the front, allow me, therefore, at this juncture to invite the chairperson of the commission to come and make some opening remarks and tell us whether we are continuing or is cancelling this exercise altogether. Chairman, please.
Thank you very much, Professor Ndeti, my fellow commissioners, Commissioner Chepkonga, Commissioner Nelias, was about to say Commissioner Kerubo, but naona ametoroka, and Commissioner Kimanthi, colleagues from the Secretariat, Team Inclusivity, Team Enoch, Team Liosi, Team Collins M, Team Higher Dennis, students. Good afternoon. I hope I got everybody's team name right. You know, we got a total of 41 team names for council, and only 5 are remaining standing. By the time that 36 days are over, only 1 will be standing. For the time being, we wish all of you the very, very best, and want to thank you for offering yourself to lead the University of Nairobi Students Association and to take over from the outgoing Team Malith. I'd just like to say 2 or 3 things. The first, the next 4 days, or 5, or 35, depending on when we have the council elections, are going to be trying, and such is the nature of politics. Everybody puts their best foot forward, but everybody also has anxiety as to whether they'll be the one that will eventually come out. Our duty as a commission is to facilitate a process that is free, a process that is fair, a process that is credible. And I am sure all of you have had the occasion of engaging with us, and you've seen that we try our absolute best. I tell all teams I am available to pick all calls. Let me see any team that has reached me throughout this process. You can admit. Which team has reached out to me? Team Inclusivity has reached out to me. Team Leosi has reached out to me. Any other team? Mwache uongo. Please raise up your hand. Which team has not reached out to me? Only Team Enoch. So you are the one remaining. Everybody else has reached out to me. But they don't reach out to me for any reason. They only reach out to me when they seek clarification, when they seek issues that they want to be resolved, and I am personally available throughout the entire process, and I will be until the process is over. Because our responsibility is not to choose you. The choice will be made by the delegates on behalf of the students. Our responsibility is to provide you with a conducive and fair process for doing so. This debate is part of that process, so that you can be able to indicate to the student population, you can be able to indicate to the entire university population, but also to the world, the quality of leadership that the University of Nairobi has to offer, the ideas you have. You know, we are the premier university, therefore the quality that we have is nothing but the absolute best. My urge to you is please demonstrate that excellence in the processes. Please carry out your campaigns with decorum. I was very excited to see posters when I was coming in. They look nice. I didn't get the time to read which teams they were, but they look nice. So please continue with that niceness. Please do not fall into the temptation. The Bible says, let us not fall into temptation. Please don't fall into the temptation of violence. Let's not fall into the temptation of foul language. Let's not fall into temptations of ostracizing our colleagues. Those who try, we guarantee you the commission will deal with you fairly and firmly. And I'm now speaking to those who are watching us online. We have received a few complaints from several faculties. I would like to urge all our 13 electoral colleges, please maintain peace. Please ensure that you do your campaigns in a manner that is respectful. You will be elected not on how loud you are, not on how violent you are, but on how credible and on how responsive you are to the students' interests. Those students' interests are not postulated through noise. They are postulated through ideas. So as we have the debate, may the ideas contend, and may the electorate make their choice based on their free will. I want to wish you all the absolute best and reassure you of the continued support of the Commission. And I want to thank my colleagues in charge of this process, Commissioner Kimanthi and Commissioner Ndetindati. Since I will have no opportunity to come back here, please allow me to thank Brian Lugonzo for agreeing to do this for us. Thank you very much, Brian, through you and to the Vice Chancellor's office. Good afternoon, and please enjoy the debate. Thank you very much, Professor Ndati.
Thank you very much indeed, Professor Odote, our chairman of the commission. Well put. As he said, we are doing this not only physically here, but we are streaming live on YouTube, And therefore, even as you sit here, you can encourage your supporters, your colleagues, your classmates, everyone to follow and enjoy the conversation. And those that were not those who were not able to be present here physically today, they can follow the conversation, because in a short while, we are now going to be listening to the team leaders and getting exactly what it is that they're going to be sharing with us. Allow me, therefore, this juncture to invite my colleague, Commissioner Lennox Kirianki, who is the moderator of the next session. In the next 50 or so minutes, he is going to be conducting this moderation exercise, and therefore he will proceed and tell us how to organize ourselves. Karibu sana.
Good afternoon, everyone. I can't hear you. Good afternoon. Nice. At this point in time, I think we just get right into the hook of it. And I'll introduce the teams, just as Ali introduced, as I make my opening remarks. Team Inclusivity, Team Enoch, Team Leosi, Team Colin Sam, and Team Higher Dennis. Kindly make your way to the stage. Representatives or leaders from the same teams. And as they do so, please do. Yes, it's by doctrine of first possession, wherever you feel comfortable, you can position yourself there. Very well, and thank you very much once again. You're all feeling well? Yes. And just as an impetus, welcome all to the Unsa 2024 Elections Students' Council debate. This debate is founded on the principles of transparency and accountability. This is a chance and an opportunity for us to separate the wheat from the chaff, to separate content from rumors, agenda from cosplay, and another one that just has been added by our dear prof, credibility from sheer ulabalu. And just as we get into it, it's also an opportunity for us all to engage in an insightful discussion where we as the students now, to tap into the articulate master plans that you have prepared for us for the coming electoral year. And that is where I just want to get us started on. And I'll give each and every one of us 1 minute to give just a formal introduction of what your team is, what your team stands for, and what it is.
They are students taking journalism, well-rooted with the help of the University of Nairobi family, has engaged in different roles inside and outside the university, and has a lot of skills that leads to an expertism in leadership that I now bring to the University of Nairobi students generally and to the world in general. My team is made of 7 members, well-balanced according to the Constitution, and on our side, everything has been sailing well. No complaints, and I believe on my strong team members and also for the support of all the students. I here represent the University of Nairobi and Team Enoch as I look forward for this position, that is the Chairperson, University of Nairobi Student Council. Our main aim is to bring sustainability, diversity, and academic excellence. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we can definitely applaud him. Yes, Bwana Leosi.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Leosi Kosgei, team leader, Team Leosi Synergy. I'm from the Faculty of Science and Technology, pursuing Master of Science Chemistry. I'm motivated and encouraged and determined to pursue leadership. I'm the former governor, Chiromo campus, and my team is determined to scale the University of Nairobi higher to the global map. We are determined to push forward the agenda of the University of Nairobi students in ensuring they have their best stay while the University of Nairobi. My plea, and on behalf of my team, we are looking forward to serving the interests of the University of Nairobi students in the academic year 2024-2025. Thank you so much.
Thank you. A round of applause for him as well. Yes, Bwana Rocha Ndegwa.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Lennox. Habari zenu. My name is Rocha Ndegwa Madzao. I'm a fourth-year student pursuing civil engineering. I am the chairperson of Team Inclusivity. I am also the founder and chairman of Elimisha Charity Campaign, which is an NGO that has been eliminating poverty in Africa and Kenya mainly through providing of academic resources. My team is a strong team. It's a team that is made of people and comrades who believe in their dreams, comrades who know what they want, and comrades who, like most of you, have had a difficult background, just like I, but who know that we have a role to play in our society. Comrades who know that despite our hurdles, comrades who know that despite all the challenges, from Corona to the global pandemic to the taxes, we know that we shall make it. And from the team itself, my vice chair herself, she's from Borana community, and she's the author of 13 books. So she envisions a country where women will be empowered. And my SG, that is Ramesh Saxena, he brings experience, owing to the fact that he is aware of the limitations that the leadership roles have. We stand for inclusivity, that is inclusion of the student fraternity. Point 2, inclusivity of the student leadership. And number 3, which is the main key area that I want to touch on, is inclusivity of the stakeholders, especially partners, which is where I've had touch with the outside world with regards to my campaign. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Yes, thank you. A round of applause for him as well. Yes, Bwana Collins.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Collins Mugo, a third-year law student at the Faculty of Law. I am the team leader of Team Collins M. Besides that, I have a very strong team composed of very diverse individuals, and I am looking forward to this debate. The vision for Team Collins M is, of course, to ensure the interests of students and comrades at large are represented. We are big on student welfare. We are also big on the existing systems and structures to be working for students. We are also big on innovation. We want a university that is innovative and a university that carries the dreams and hopes of Kenyans. We also want a university where academic programs are robust and are also empowered, because we believe that the quality of the graduates actually translates to the reputation of the university. I'm looking forward to engage with the students and the delegates. Thank you.
Thank you, Collins, and now Haya.
Okay, thank you. Good evening once more. My name is Haya Dennis. I am a third-year law student at Faculty of Law, Parklands campus. I've been in leadership for quite some time. Actually, my other name is Service to the People, if you like. My team has adhered to all rules and regulations provided under the regulations of Unsa elections. There is academic and ethnic diversity. Today, I am glad to stand before you as the chairperson of Team Haya Dennis, who is determined to propel this university to the heights that it can be with only Haya Dennis. So we have our agenda planned. We have our plans for you people, structurally, chronologically, and strategically. And because it is not my time to outline those various agendas that I have for you, that is my introduction. And I beg your listening, as I will be telling you why I should be in this position. Thank you very much.
Thank you. A round of applause for him as well. Yes, and thank you all for those amazing opening sentiments and clarifications on what really your team stands for. At this point in time, I'll invite us to yet another very crucial session where, in the words of Aya, I give you an opportunity to tell us that chronological and strategic plan that you have for the people. And at this point, it's only fair that we start from that side, from Team Higher Dennis. We'll give you then 4 minutes to just run us through your manifesto. Tell us about what it is that you really want to speak to the people aligned to the key view that you have given, which is service to the people. Higher Dennis.
I believe that you all seated in front of me. You're all better than me. The only problem is that I'm seeing a gap that can make you the best. I've been a student leader for quite some time. Currently, I'm representing the University of Nairobi Students with Disability as a chairperson. And that is part of the students' association that is built up. So out of experience, there are issues that I will want to articulate and to give solution thereafter. One is that there is what we call under-representation. Under-representation occurs when there is representation that is doing its bare minimum. So, meaning there's an issue with under-representation. Whenever there's an issue with under-representation, it brings 2 issues. One, there is lack of public participation. So public participation has been lacking for so long, even that you seated in front of me and you watching me online, you are the major stakeholders of this institution. So in an event that a major decision making is being made by either the people whom you elect into office or the people who are there as guidance, the so-called our lecturers and administration and our professors here, whenever a decision making, a major decision making is being made without your involvement, then it will call for under-representation, because representation is full when there's enough public participation. 2, there is lack of diversity. Fine, there's diversity, but there's lack of it. We have 13 faculties in this university, and these 13 faculties are only talked of during elections. When we are having meaningful, significant developments on the ground, a law student do not know what a faculty of ADD is. Then they only come to know that there's a faculty called built environment when it comes to elections. That is uncalled for. I will ensure that the satellite campuses are involved. I was in Kisumu 2 days ago, and the cry I got there is that the Kisumu campuses are only involved, one, when they are coming to campus, doesn't really relate with issues that the students should have because they were not involved. So there is lack of diversity. And allow me to bring that there will be diversity in what we're doing. 3, there's a lack of exposure amongst the students. Today, if I ask a random question, do any of you know the CEO of National Youth Council? 2 of you will know. But that is a council that is for youth. Because the leaders whom we are putting into office, they're really not exposing you to these major offices that you people should be relating to. When I've been serving as the chairperson of the University of Nairobi Students with Disability Association, and my elders are here, and they can testify, I took it with myself to go outside there and partner with organizations, and thereafter, when our students with disability were graduating. Yes. A good example, a student with disability graduated from Parklands campus is called Rachel Uchieng. Today, she's employed at the ICJ in Karen. because of the partnership that I made. So
Sorry
what
to cut
will
you
make
short,
me
higher, but you might want to sum up in the next 30
thank you.
seconds or so.
So what will make me not to partner with organizations so that you people, when you come out of this institution, you have a meaningful placement? Because there has been an outreach cry, there's a lack of job opportunity. What is so important to a student who goes to school, more so from the University of Nairobi, is to get out of this school with a placement. My own brother, who graduated here in 2018, today is still fetching for a job because I was not a student leader then. But I know, because I will be a student leader and I will be the president from 28th. Amboka Brian, who is in team inclusivity, Mugo here, who is in team Mugo M, Liosi Kosgei, who is doing a master's, I will be able to connect all of them to job opportunity. Lastly, the people standing here, 4 gentlemen in suits and red tie, they are not my opponents. My opponent is the hopelessness amongst the students. It hurts me when a student commits suicide. So that is my opponent whom I'm going to defeat on 28th of this month, which is on Thursday. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for that, Haya. At this point in time, I'll invite Collins to then give us what it is that you have planned for the Comrade Society.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Lennox. I think I'll be very brief because my manifesto is pegged on 5 key agendas. I know before even I start the manifesto, I think we have to be very realistic and to be very open that we have limited time and we have limited resources. So in terms of what I'll be saying in the manifesto, it will be reflective of those 2 factors. Our guiding principle as a team, of course, is integrity, innovativeness, and inclusion. The 5-point agenda from Team Collins M is, the first one is student welfare. When I announced my bid for the presidency of the Student Council, so many people are shocked, but I believe that there is something we can do as Team Collins M to ensure that student welfare is improved. For example, as I was going around the campuses, there was a constant cry that students' interest and student welfare is not at its best, bearing in mind that our university is a world-class institution. For example, we have issues to do with the hostels. They are not in good condition. You find that we also need better food and better sanitation in our hostels. So I think part of our agenda as Team Collins M is on student welfare. Another idea that we are also going to do once we get into office with regards to student welfare, we know that there is an existing needy students kitty. So the strategy that we are going to adopt once we get into office is how can we make the program, the needy students program, more robust, and secondly, more inclusive across all campuses so that all campuses feel included into the program. The other one is, of course, to improve the existing systems and structures. In the University of Nairobi, I have had friends who have had issues with regards to missing marks or even delayed examination results. So we are going to work as a team and in collaboration with the administration to see what can we do about the existing systems and structures that are not working for students. And another strategy that we can adopt as part of making these things work is, of course, using collaborative approach with the guys who are in charge of these things. The other one is on projects and partnership for students. We want projects that are benefiting students. As I mentioned earlier, the challenge that we are facing is, of course, we have inadequate resources. So we are going to look what are some of the strategic partnerships that we can make that are going to benefit students. For instance, if we are going to ADD and we are talking to those students, we must be very realistic to them. And the partners that might be willing to partner in their projects are, of course, architects and everybody else operating in that sector. So I think faculty-tailored student projects and partnerships are also something that we're going to do. The other one is, of course, academic. As I said earlier, the quality of the university is measured by the quality of the graduates it channels. So we are going to see, and we are going to look at what are we going to do to ensure that students and graduates who are graduating from the University of Nairobi are well equipped and are ready for the job market. One of the things that I have already suggested is using strategic partnerships. For example, we are going to look at the various faculties and the various partners we can approach so that students can benefit from the opportunity that you are going to have once we are making these partnerships and projects. And just to touch on something, the University of Nairobi strategic plan there was a retreat the other day. It is big on public-private partnerships. So there is no harm in Team Collins M being the leading or being the team that is in government, going to other partners and suggesting, coming up with propositions that can work for students. And finally, co-curricular activities. We know that we have had so many co-curricular activities, but we also want to make them more so that we can have cohesion among faculties, which is also lacking. And finally, on the part on co-curricular activities, we know we have clubs, but there is a strategy that we are working and will continue working to ensure that the process of clubs registration in the University of Nairobi is made easier and more tournaments and sporting activities are also delivered to the students. That's all.
Thank you for that. And now, Bwana Rochandego, an opportunity for you as well to share what it is that you have planned out.
Yes, thank you. I am guided by the principle that we should be realistic with the ideas that we have for the comrades. This is a time that calls for us to have agendas that are truth and that are worthy for our welfare as students. Because yes, we may promise that we'll give you jobs, but how can we provide jobs when our hostels are dirty? How can we promise you that we will give you internships if you've not sorted issues of missing marks? So our principle as team inclusivity is we have three key issues or three key pillars that guide us as a team. And that is 1, inclusivity of the comrades. Point 2, inclusivity of the student leaders. And point 3, which is the key area that I will really delve and fight for, is inclusivity of the corporate world, which are the shareholders and stakeholders and outsiders. To touch on, that is on the inclusivity bit of the comrades, we have all seen the effects that has been there when comrades were not involved in key issues that were affecting them. This year alone, we saw demos happening on the roads just here because of the tunnel. And we had 2 senior comrades who got in an accident. And the issues were raised earlier on, but they were neglected. So that means we as comrades have not been heard. We've not been listened to. Number 2, we can even remember, for those who stay in Mamlaka, I have a room in Mamlaka A, room number 61. And if you were in Mamlaka, you can remember last year in December, we were given an eviction notice to leave our rooms by the next day. And that led to demos, which led to tear gas being launched in our rooms. So we really need to listen to our comrades because they are the people on the ground. And once we listen to their issues, that's when we can now build on bringing partners and jobs among that. So that's the point number 1. And how do we involve comrades, or how do we involve students in solving the issues? 1 is by having town hall meetings. I was surprised over the 4 years, we've never had a town hall meeting. But when the chancellor came, that was the only time that we had town hall meeting in every faculty or in every campus. These meetings should be held every time a regime enters, so that comrades can state their issues or what they are facing. Because I'm trying to ask myself, how will I enter into a government without knowing what really faces my people? So these meetings will be key. And the first thing when I'll be elected, the first thing when I place the Bible down, we will first have a town hall meeting for every faculty. That will be the moment when comrades will say their issues, they will detect their problems, and that will be the time when we as leaders, or when I as the president, I will know that ADD has these issues, that Kikuyu has these issues, that Mombasa has these issues. Because I won't lie to you, I won't build swimming pools for you, I won't build spas. But I will ensure that all issues are solved at the right time. Point number 2 is inclusivity of the student leaders. We can all ask our governors, who are our friends, I'm sure you all have friends who are in this regime and the previous regimes. Yes, each regime has had its shortcoming. They've done to their very best. So it will be foolish of me to say that they've done wrong. No, because in their minds they did their best. So we can't accuse them for that. And as my friend here, Dennis, I was saying, it is true. Even the governors from Mombasa and Kisumu, they are not involved in some of the events. That is like Mr. and Mrs. UN. Same occurs and happens even for the professional bodies. We have leaders who are inactive because they have not been empowered. So the second bit which we can improve our school is by empowering our leaders. If, in fact, the issue of missing marks, we can solve it by empowering our class reps because they're the ones on the ground. They have the list of every student with their missing marks. So that's the second bit, inclusivity of the leaders that we have, all the way from the council to the Congress at large, to the governors, to the class reps, down. On the last bit, tafadhali, which is my key issue, having led an NGO for 4 years, I have seen the power of resource mobilization. I have seen what we can do as a community. Even our coat of arms, if you look at it well, there are 3 arms: a white arm, a black arm, and an Indian arm. Unitate et labor. United and work. It is only when we're united that we will do these things. And we as UN, we are a brand. UN is a brand on its own. We have a rich alumni network. I can tell you for a fact, these high schools that we say outside here, like the Alliance Mango, they are where they are because of their rich alumni network. And that's a bit that I will really touch on, because all the way from the president, His Excellency Ruto, to Sakaja, to Babu, to James Mwangi of Equity, among other leaders, they've all studied in UN. Then why haven't they come back to give back to UN? Since they've been here before. Perhaps I can ask my friends, why? Why haven't they come back? So that's the issue that we will really work on, having them come on board and partner with them. And with that, we'll solve many of these issues, because they run these companies, they run the government. Come on, issue a lack of accommodation. Do you want to tell me that the government can't build hostels for us? Can't they build new hostels for UN? They can, can't they? So that's where we'll really touch on. And I'm seeing he's in a hurry, but I wish you could give me 10 more minutes.
Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to do that, Rocha.
It's okay. Thank you, Lennox.
In lieu of the time and fairness, we have to give 4 minutes to Leosi as well. So Leosi, then there's an opportunity for you to tell us what it is that you have planned for the student community.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Leosi. Coming from the Faculty of Science and Technology and doing Master of Science and Environmental Chemistry, now that the world has a challenge with climate change, I'm bringing with me practical skills and knowledge with mitigation measures to solve our problems at the University of Nairobi. As we all know, University of Nairobi admits the best students to join here. We have innovative ideas, creativity. My aim in my administration for 2024-2025, we are looking forward to commercialization of ideas amongst our students' fraternity by linking them to potential sponsors so that the ideas can be put into reality. That one having been done, University of Nairobi will continue to provide solutions to the global problems. We all know that for you to be comfortable and pursue your studies, you must be learning in a conducive environment. All of us are here, seated, comfortable. Could you imagine a situation whereby right now you are in a classroom, attending to a lecture, using these facilities? Will you not concentrate and perform? My administration is looking forward to decentralization of such facilities to all faculties of the University of Nairobi. And how am I going to achieve this? University of Nairobi has produced the best people in the corporate world. Starting from our own president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto is our president. The moment I'm sworn in as the president, I'll have the moral authority and confidence to approach all these partners who have gone through the University of Nairobi to come and give back to the University of Nairobi. We cannot always rely on the University of Nairobi resources without pursuing external resources. University of Nairobi has produced the best, and if we persuade these partners, they're able to give back to the society, which is the University of Nairobi. Another issue is accommodation. You notice that we do not have the best facilities in terms of accommodations, like the washrooms. Like, I did a case study in Kikuyu campus, and I was surprised. The faculty has a challenge in terms of, you can imagine the run of water can get into the office. So we are looking forward to ensuring that the facilities ranging from learning environment, where we stay at the hostel, we have the best executive facilities for our university. Having solved that, University of Nairobi will be able to compete fairly with universities like Witwatersrand University in South Africa. And that's the discussion we should be having. Why is the University of Nairobi not the #1 university in Africa? We have all it takes to scale University of Nairobi to the next level so that we can compete globally and be seen. And we can only do that through good student leadership. And that one is going to be brought forward by my administration. Another thing to note is that without co-curriculum activities, sometimes when you focus so much on your academics without exercise, you may end up not doing your best in terms of result delivery. We have inadequate in terms of sporting activities, and we are looking forward to ensuring that all faculties have best sporting facilities like the gym, swimming pool, decentralized. Other issue to University of Nairobi students to have the touch and feeling of being at the world-class university, it will be appropriate to have decentralization of faculty-based activities by inviting corporate in line with what our students are doing. If it's, for example, the Faculty of Law, we get those in that field to come and mentor our students and attach them to those students throughout the academic journey, the moment they are admitted at the University of Nairobi, so that they can have the feel of touch and have a practical experience of what they expect immediately they graduate from the University of Nairobi. In terms of the challenges that the University of Nairobi is facing, we are looking forward to have what we call effective consultation with the management to have mitigation measures. As an environmental chemist, we look forward to prevention and solving problem. Unlike letting things slide, then we go to the road to demonstrate. We need our students to have a peaceful atmosphere while they are at the University of Nairobi and be productive as much as possible. So we are looking forward to doing our best to ensure that University of Nairobi is going to have the best leadership from us. Finally, the University of Nairobi...
In 10 seconds, please.
Yes, I'm finalizing. Thank you for that guidance. We understand that there's the issue of school fees. We have measures in place to collaborate and persuade the management to review on the same. Even if it's reviewing and reducing it by reducing by a certain percentage, it will be worth it. Then to our bright and disadvantaged students, we will come in strongly and have semester-wise mega fund drives by approaching well-wishers, corporate, and those alumni from the University of Nairobi to come in and support our needy students. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for that, Leosi. And now it's your opportunity, Enoch, to tell us then what you have planned out.
Okay, thank you. So, Team Enoch brings to you the wealth of leadership and experiences in diverse roles. Now, Team Enoch stand for the change that is meant to be seen in the University of Nairobi. Number one is rebranding the Student Council. The University of Nairobi, it is a world-class university, globally known. Here in Kenya, actually, we are the top. But it comes to leadership part where the touch was lost. And now, the first aim, the first agenda is to rebrand the system. How are we going to do that? We have the delegates from each campus. We need to engage them. Number one, unity. Unity begins at home, and that is the council. When we all relate together, talk together, we deliver. And that is Team Enoch. I'm glad that my fellow candidates have been mentioning some of the best people that the University of Nairobi has given out to the world and in Kenya. Personally, I'm proud to be one of the people that the university has given out to the job market. As I talk to you, I have an experience, skills in corporate affairs, corporate field, and also I call myself an expert because all the details that I bring together in the job market works well and works smart. Who is Enoch? Enoch has different roles here in and out, representing the brand that is Team Enoch. Creating a good leadership change in the university. We are talking about making the university the best, the students to experience the best from the leadership. Begins with the internal, I've mentioned that. Secondly, what the students are facing right now. We go with reality and we don't bring the propagandas that can't work. Now, Team Enoch brings now all the ideology that students have. It is just a representation of what should be done to the students. I was in Kisumu campus, I was in Mombasa campus, I was in Kikuyu campus, just to mention. The main problem is they can't engage or even have unity or even a friend from a different campus. That brings us to an exchange programs. The university, Team Enoch, brings exchange programs to the university campuses where we are having students from School of Law engaging with the School of Health Sciences, exchanging notes. That's where we grow. Secondly, we have rotational events. We found that we have students from School of Law, that is a professional body, that stands for the School of Law. But we found the events happening in main campus, or it can even happen in Chirobo. And that is not the right audience. Now Team Enoch brings the idea and now make it real by making an exchange or rotational of events in all campuses. Enoch has grew in talents. We have a lot of talents in this university. Just to mention, we have Kiragu, I guess you guys know, the TikTokers. We have a lot of content creators in the university. I, being one of them, I was a content creator. Now, to mention, sorry. Now, we Team Enoch, we are here to give a way for them to grow. That is talent. And now we encompasses the initiative of self-reliance and championing entrepreneurship among the students. We are here for you to identify yourself, identify the field that you are smart of, so that we can now give you the way for you to generate the income, for you to grow, to get the experience, and also to connect you to the job market. When we talk about academics, we have missing marks. That is part of the effect that, that is part of the problem that our students experience daily, day in, day out. Now, Team Enoch comes with a system of engaging the administration, engaging the academic department, and engaging the students in an open manner, where we have a talk show, we have an engagement, we have a free coordination between the class reps and the lecturers and also the department. That will lead us to solve such kind of issues. Just to wind up, 1 minute. We have issue of insecurities. We have issues of lights in all campuses, automatically all campuses, mentioning them. We have issues of hostels. They are not being, they are not being maintained in a good way that someone can live. That is our main agenda. Now, just to give the last statement, the Team Enoch represent rebranding of the University of Nairobi to each student. We are here to spread smiles and creating memories.
Thank you, and a round of applause for everyone. And for that wonderful session where you have all tabled what really it is that you have planned out for the student community and the student fraternity in extension. And now we come to the hour of reckoning, where we get an opportunity to poke holes into really the practicability and efficiency of these plans that you have tabled out. And I will make a clarion call to the audience as well. This is an opportunity for you. Should you have any question, it's time that you get ready for that as well. But at this point in time, we have started from that side and from this side for quite some time. I will just start, pick out on you, Rocha, and then we can run a circular clockwise motion from there, from that point. And just to ask into your question on tapping into the alumni network, and the second question on resource mobilization. What different way do you plan on bringing that in? As well then, everyone who has been here for the last 4 years can attest to the fact that these are channels that are already in place. So how, what innovative way or what different thing do you bring to the table in those aspects, attached to your that limb on inclusivity of the corporate world?
Thank you, Bwana Lennox.
In 2 minutes, please.
Thank you. So of course, we must write proposals, that's one, to these companies, and of course to these leaders. And one thing that is for a fact, nobody will give you a shilling for free. There is nothing that we will get for free unless we offer something to them. Unless they'll benefit, that's the only time that we shall have them on board with regards to us getting these partnerships. And we as comrades, we have witnessed and we call ourselves a world-class university. But if we can compare ourselves to some other schools or universities like Harvard and the rest, that is Stanford, just to mention a few, not only do they have work-study programs, but they have part-time jobs. Yes, I will be honest with you, we might not succeed entirely in giving everyone a job, but at least if one company, like the one that like the one that my good friend was saying, that he's been working for, if it can only offer 2 part-time jobs to those needy students who need them the most, it would be very great. That is a key issue that we can tap in. The other bit is with regards to we don't entirely need to depend on stakeholders to resource mobilize, since we have numbers, and if we can work on our own and have events as faculties, because as the chairman of my NGO, we've been doing our own fundraisers, and as I said, nobody will give you a shilling for free. So if we can do these events at faculty levels, and then we engage them now, that is when it will be very successful.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Rocha, and well noted, point taken on grant proposal writing and a segregation of over-reliance on stakeholders. At this point, I will invite Collins to then share some light in a more or less similar concept with regards to the Collins Innovation Fund and what really is the vision and the drive beyond that.
Okay, thank you so much. The Collins Fund is a fund that we want to introduce once we get into office, because one of our guiding principles is the principle on innovation. So we want, when we get into office, we can introduce a fund where we can look for partners who are going to support students in the innovations. Most of you will know, as Enoch has said, that he was a content creator once. Students do diverse things across campuses. You might find a student is trying to innovate something that is trying to solve a certain challenge in the university. So the Collins Innovation Fund, or we will call it the Bunifu, because Ubunifu is innovation. So we are going to look at the various faculties, the 13 faculties. If you're looking at the Faculty of Agriculture, there are people with brilliant innovations, but the problem with the innovation, or the problem with executing those innovations or those plans, is resource, the lack of resources. And the fund is actually something that we're thinking we can roll out across faculties to ensure that people enhance their professional lives.
Yes, thank you for that, Collins. Tapping into Collins Innovation Fund. For the benefit of the audience, this is attributed to the fact that then I have the benefit of having their written manifestos as well. And at this point, I'll invite Haya to share his acknowledgements and ideas on a rather very similar position in terms of the lack of exposure among students. And you specifically cited the National Youth Council and job opportunities and partnerships. And my question to that extent is, just as I have asked Rocha, what innovative method are you bringing in then? What is the new dynamic that you're introducing?
Thank you, Commissioner Lennox. I'm very practical on this, particularly on opportunities and exposure. At least when I was listening keenly to my worthy contenders here, none of them have already created that into practicality. I mentioned, and I'm not fearing to mention again without fear of contradiction, that I have personally, when I was serving as the chairperson for the University of Nairobi Students with Disability Association, I was running around looking for organizations that are disability related. Through that, a lady who graduated from the University of Nairobi Faculty of Law, Rachel Consolata Ochieng, is today employed at I International Commission of Jurists Kenya in Karen, with that courtesy. So meaning, it is something that I've put into practicability. The way that I'm going to ensure that that is again practicable to the rest of the students, now away from the students with disability, is to just create another broad network. Write to these individuals, engage them professionally, because at Faculty of Law, Lennox, when I was attending my 1.1, there was a lesson, a course called Communication for Lawyers. Lennox, I'm able to communicate. Perhaps you are a CEO in an organization, I will be able to communicate with you fruitfully because I have skills for communication, which I paid all my lessons and I got an A-plane in that course. Just to finish.
In 10 seconds higher.
Just to finish, Lennox. So meaning, I have a lot of confidence in this project that I'm pursuing to ensure that I reach out to as many as possible organizations to create a wide network so that the students here are well exposed. When I mentioned exposure, when I approached the CEO of National Council, Dr. Margaret Kugora, majority of students really did not know her, yet they are working on a plan to ensure that there's an innovative job outreach to the students, particularly to the students of the University of Nairobi. Yet there's no one who had that idea, there's no one who had that information. So meaning exposure is very key. By simply partnering with these organizations, students will be able to know that is at least then an existence of an insurance company called Fidelity Insurance
Company.
Company.
Allow me to cut you short at that point. Higher.
So I hope you get my point.
Yes, I appreciate
Thank you very much.
The direct connotation to practicability and in actual sense, stakeholder engagement, to which I will invite Enoch to speak to, and give credit, of course, where it's due. Enoch had quite the manifesto, 10 pages, for the benefit of the comrades. And just to question and poke holes into quite a few, probably you might want to speak into the concept of 100 Smiling Faces, Unsa Fund, and the UN Unity Fest in 2 minutes as well.
Thank you. So, number one, we are talking about, let me go directly to the UN Fund. UN Fund goes directly with our agenda of inclusivity and also engaging all the students who are experiencing some difficulties in terms of fees, that is academic, in terms of growing their talents, in terms of research. That's where we come up with in the academic part. We come up of bringing more research competition in the university as we bring our students to to the exposure of growing in the academic level. So generally, when we are talking about the fund, is to fund or help the students level up from the level they are. Secondly, we are talking about talents. Just a reminder of the first point. Team Enoch brings to you a lot of ideas that involves events that will cut across all the campuses. One of it is the UN Gala Award, whereby we bring all the talented students, all innovative students, all students who are doing well in academics, so that we can appreciate them in a full big event that will be giving them opportunities, motivating them, and also connecting them with the job market for them to grow. That is talents. Personally, I've been in the corporate affair that is Oppo Kenya, working with Oppo Kenya as an assistant PR and also business developer. I've engaged with the content creators in the market. I know exactly what they need. They've been dreaming to come to engage with the students at the University of Nairobi in terms of giving them lessons, that is the talents, that is innovative lesson that is that cuts across in the talent, and many more. So that exactly explains what we want to bring to the university. We need more events, not 2 events. Directly with the rebranding, the first point, that was rebranding the leadership. Yeah. In terms of rebranding the leadership.
Yes, in 10 seconds, please.
Yes. This is how we're gonna do. All the delegates together, give the budget together, discuss it together, and make sure that all the students, all the delegates have delivered what is exactly promised during the election time. And that is Team Enoch.
Well, thank you for that, Enoch. And I think I'll just run it in to more or less a similar concept, but this time with a more or less different angle as introduced by Liosi. Liosi, you might want to speak to the notion of the Somesha Mwenzako initiative. Could you kindly speak to that?
Okay, thank you so much. Somesha Mwenzako initiative is a student-led approach to second the efforts of the university. We already know University of Nairobi has Compassion Kit running, and the essence is to have some funds to enable our bright but disabled students financially to cater for their fees and accommodation, maybe to mention, but upkeep. So we are looking forward to having that movement taking place semester-wise at the beginning of every semester. And we are confident, since I'm impactful, oriented, and determined to make things done, we'll be able to approach the alumni of the University of Nairobi. We already know they have their initiative of providing scholarship for the master's students and maybe even the undergraduates. But again, to echo their support, we need to have a student-led movement whereby we'll have a memorandum of understanding on how we are going to have that done. There's a clear roadmap because I'm always tactful and determined to make things done. So the main aim of that initiative is to boost the efforts of the university in supporting the disadvantaged students financially, and that one is going to be done in the fullness of time. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Liosi. And seeing that you have 20 seconds left, there was a question that was posed again with regards to air conditioning, loudspeakers, and lecture seats, still on the very manifesto. If you could kindly speak to it in just 20 seconds.
Okay, thank you. About air conditioning, at some point I made some visit to Mombasa campus and Kisumu campus. You see those campuses, of course it cuts across. Air conditioning is essential because, for example, our satellite campuses like Mombasa and Kisumu, they are at the coastal region where the microclimate of that area is slightly, the temperature is slightly high, and so they need air conditioning. Maybe to boost on that point, because you've mentioned, my administration is looking forward to ensuring that Satellite campuses like Mombasa, Kisumu, and Kenya Science, they have complete administrative units, just like the other faculties, like they have the dean, associate dean, so that we don't have issues that they don't have to travel all the way to Nairobi to solve their issues like school fees payment and all those. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, let us give them a round of applause for those amazing manifestos. Issues touching on talent, events, climate change, innovation, resource mobilization, cross-campus engagement, and content creation, which I believe are very pertinent and contemporary to the survival of every student in campus. And at this point, the ball is now on your court as the audience. These are just some of the key issues that I could pick out, unless if there's any question from the audience that touches on any manifesto specifically, or just to speak to anything specifically, but then I will give the caveat that it has to be a question, strictly a question. Yes, we have one at the back, another one? 1, 2, okay, let me just give the order. Let's take this row, and then we'll come to this row. Strictly questions. Yes, without any allure of supporting any team, but with all the objectivity, just a question posed. Yes.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Arnold Nyamoya. I'm a student at the University of Nairobi from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. I actually have a question to all of them. You have talked about what you're coming to do and what you're looking forward to. But you guys remember you're not elected by students, you're elected by the delegates that represent students. My question is, what will be your relationship with the delegates? And then, if you're planning to implement what you have in your manifestos, are you going to do them alone? Because you're talking of student activities. If you look at the previous regimes, we only had 1, 2 functions. Reason being, there were no connection with the faculty representatives with the council. So that's my question.
Yes, thank you, Arnold. We'll take the second question on the very row.
Yes, my good name is Michael, and I would like to pose a question. For us to know where we are headed to, we must know where we were in the past and where we are currently. I'm interested in knowing the presentation candidate should tell us what are the previous successes of the previous governments and how they seek to improve on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. I hope my name is good as well. We'll now cross over to this row. We'll take the first question at the back, then the second one, and then that one. It's okay, I'll come back to you. It's only fair.
Thank you. My question goes to the presidency of the council. The previous union gave birth to a national mother union called KUSO. KUSO was a national platform where students could get opportunity across the country. Now, the KUSO is being taken by a cartel that you find that even if the presidents want to meet students, they present themselves there, yet they don't actually represent the student. So tell us, what are you going to do about KUSO?
Yes, thank you. And your name?
I'm David Osan.
Thank you, David. We'll take the second question.
Thank you very much. I'm Monk from Faculty of Science and Technology. And my question might be specific because charity begins at home. So I'm seeing one of our own, Kosgei, is on the race. You talked about improving the condition of the hostels of the student, but I can remember there, 2020, when I joined University of Nairobi, you are the Public and Corporate Affairs Honors. You go on and become the chairperson of Honors. Then you became the governor of the Faculty of Science and Technology. There back, you are staying in Hall 11, if I'm not wrong. What specific or things that you did that can confirm that when you give you another chance, you are in a position to do that? Secondly, you talk about lecture halls. You are learning in MH1, and the condition of MH1 on the University of Nairobi is the most pathetic. How are we sure that when you go there, you're in a position to correct that, but you are the governor previously? Thank you.
Thank you, Monk. Next time, please don't give the direct connotation to the team, but you can definitely ask the question as to the person. Yes.
Good evening. My name is Omonyo John, very senior wise man. My question is to the whole team. We are having a very serious 22nd century disease, 21st century disease among comrades. This disease is called suicide. Higher Dennis, I heard you mentioning it's your enemy, but nobody is touching into it. This thing is claiming lives of students who are friends, and even I'm sure yesterday we had an incident that a student was trying to jump just here at the road here, yeah? How are you guys going to tackle this? Because this is a very, very big pain point. We cannot be losing comrades. A comrade cannot die of love. So we really need to, I need you people to tell us because it's a very big pain point. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Omonyo. And at this point, kindly allow me to cross over to this side as we close down the question session.
My name is Wiseman Kipto Ruto. And bearing in mind that there are no sympathy votes, regardless of race, gender, and class or disability statuses. I want to pose my question to Enoch and Team Enoch that how will you advocate for the online learning because so many missing marks are related to this kind of learning. Enoch, in your manifestation, how will you ensure or to address the issue of students coming back to in-person learning?
Okay, do you want Enoch alone to answer that, or everyone should answer that? No, wise man. I'll now cross over to the other side. We'll get the last question. Then I can give the run-up and invite the answers to the same.
Thank you very much. This is Abom Willis Lakabete, Faculty of Business Sciences. So I have a question to Senior Collins Mugo. So Mugo, you actually want to be a leader. What tells you, or what is inside you that tells you you can lead the comrades? That is my first question. Secondly, my second question goes to Mheshimiwa Pale Enoch. So Enoch, you have told us that you worked under Opo Kenya and under the public relations. So before, to what impact or contribution did you bring to the comrades? And have you connected any of the comrades apart from your future plannings? Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Willis. And at this point, I'll give a breakdown of the questions. The first question, which goes to all of you panelists, is then you will be elected by delegates as tabled by Arnold. And then what relationship are you going to have with them? And how do you plan on delivering your manifestos, of course? Are you going to do them alone, as directly put? The second question, which is tied to the third and fourth question, is to the issue of previous successes and how you plan on building on them. Particularly, one that was particularly touched on was with the Kuso cartel. And yes, the question of, yes, the Kuso cartel. And now the third question, or rather the third question now generally will be in terms of, well, it was directed to you, Leosi. Let me take the fourth one on suicide and mental health first. And how do you plan on addressing these unfortunate incidences of suicide and the question of mental health really in your manifesto implementation? And finally, to the people-specific questions. Luyosi, you were asked that you have previously served, and how then do you build your credibility based on your past previous successes, and specifically given the conditions that you have back at your faculty. Collins, you were asked about what tells you can lead, or what impact, or yes, what else you can lead, and Enoch, you were asked about what impact or contribution you have brought as with regards to the positions that you have held, and how then have you impacted the comrade society. I think we can start from higher.
Okay, thank you.
In 2 minutes, brief and straight to the point,
Okay.
so that then we close it up.
On relationship between the I and the delegates, I think I'd talked of public involvement or public participation. It is it's a constitutional principle that states that any decision making that is affecting a given group of people directly or indirectly, while making that major decision making, they should be involved. So in an event that we are making a decision on people from ADD, then the delegates, who are the elected people there, must be involved. Thank you. 2, on the previous assessment, we were told not to give kickbacks, but I had mentioned that my assessment was that there was underrepresentation, because there is a representation which is not doing to its bare maximum. So we will ensure that we do to a bare maximum. On KUSO, we will conduct a new election immediately. I'm sworn in. On suicide, we will ensure that amongst ourselves, students, we build a relationship such that we have what we have a principle of check on me, I check on you, check all of us, such that we must be our brother's keepers. Some time back, when I was walking along Klabu at 11 o'clock, I met a lady. And looking at the lady, she was definitely looking for a place to commit suicide. I was able to help her by putting myself into a footstep of a guidance and counselor. And that worked. So I'm very confident that I will be able to solve this disease, this enemy called suicide. On, I think those are the questions that are directed generally. And to finish, I think I've been given opportunity to serve the disability student. To whom little is given, much is expected. The people who are given little, who are given 2 coins, they multiplied it to 10. Allow me to multiply it to 10 by climbing into the presidency seat. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Haya. Collins, the floor is yours to address the questions. Please don't forget the direct questions as well.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think I will start with a question by Osborne, if I'm not wrong, yeah? Because that raises credibility issues. So what do I offer, or why do I think I should lead the comrades? First and foremost, I think I offer credibility. I think I did not mention before, but I have led clubs and organizations from my faculty. For instance, I have been the logistics officer for the Moot Court Society for close to 2 years right now. And if you go to law school, the most active society or club is the Moot Court Society, who will support students to nurture their mooting and debating skills. So I have led clubs and societies before. So this is not a new terrain. The other thing is, of course, mentorship. I have mentored people from my faculty. I have been a long-time researcher and a research assistant. And even in my projects, I regularly involve students who are behind me to ensure that they are nurtured and they grow into that skill. The other thing I think I will offer to the comrades, or why I think it is important for me to lead, is the issue on just the general appeal. I have the appeal of even approaching partners, because the skills that I have, including excellent communication skills, including the appeal to draft proposals, something that I have done before, I think that would be a benefit to the comrades. The other question is, Arnold, the relationship with the governors. I believe that once I am elected, we will be aware of the fact that we are elected based on our manifesto, but also the governors were elected based on their manifesto. So one of the things in the conversation that I've been having with the governors and even people who are vying at the faculty level is we want governors at the faculty level to be empowered. And how are we going to empower these governors and these people leading the faculties? One of the things that I'm proposing once I get into office is devolving the budgeting process from the council level to the faculty level, so that governors are able to work for their people and are able to deliver on their manifesto. The other thing is constant engagement. The other thing is constant engagement with the governors and people who are leading faculty associations. I believe in teamwork. I don't believe where I'm approaching a partner. For example, there is a project, maybe for example, we'll be carrying in the School of Engineering. I don't believe that I should approach a partner on my own. I should carry along the governor, the Secretary General, and the entire team from the faculty. That is the other thing. Then the successors of the previous government, so that we know where because we will be building building on what the previous government has done. One, I think there has been more inclusiveness, across the faculties, for example. People have been involved, and there have been quite some significant events happening, and I think that is important because it has been making comrades feel included into the whole, the whole thing.
I will allow you to comment on suicide and mental health in
Yes.
just 10 seconds.
Okay. So on the question on suicide and mental health, actually that is one of the things that is in my manifesto. Because when we talk about student welfare, it's a broad, it's a broad picture. So mental health is part of that. And we are going to look for strategic partners. For example, when you talk about mental health, you cannot fail to mention Shamiri Institute. So when we get into office, we are going to look at the strategic partnerships and even suggest a student halls officer who is actually going to check up on each and every student at the halls and who is going to make a report to the halls officer so that we can know, the students who are having challenges with regards to mental health issues and we can address them appropriately. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for that, Collins. Richard, the opportunity is yours. You can address the questions posed.
Thank you, Commissioner Lennox. So the first question was, what will be our relationship with the delegates that will be chosen or the government that will be chosen? I will answer that based on my own history as an individual and as a leader. As I mentioned earlier, I have led an NGO over the past 4 years, and we began with only 3 members, and it has now grown to 800 members all across universities in Kenya, that is in UN, Embu University, and in Riara and in TUM. So this can tell you how I'm very cordial and how I'm very friendly and how I'm very accommodative of everyone, because I know we are all different. We all have different views of life, but we should be accommodative of everyone. So the first bit of how we will work together is my good friend here said that he will devolve the budget down to the faculty levels. So what we, as part of our manifesto under team inclusivity, was on the second agenda that we shall include the leaders on board, because we must first respect them, we must first empower them. And the same way, once they'll feel that they are a part of the team, because the Congress and the Council, we are all leaders. It's not that since I'll be the president, I'll be bulldozing every decision. No, because the governor at Kisumu knows what is best fit for his faculty. The governor at ADD knows what is best fit for his faculty. The governor at Kikuyu knows what is best fit for his faculty. So that will be the key issue. We have them on board and discuss on how best can we disburse these resources and also events, because events are unique. An event in campus won't be suitable for people in ADD. So that's where we'll play a key role. And also, we must have bonding events. One thing I've learned is the more we eat together, the more we grow together. And the more we laugh together, the more we accommodate each other. So that will also be part of my agenda under team inclusivity. We'll be having these bonding events as leaders to Joanne, to do what he's facing, what I'm facing. Like to create, it is more of a personal connection outside leadership. The second question was on the success of the current government, and I must give credit to the former president back then, that is President Eddy, for what he did for the school. That is introducing the work study program. It has really helped many comrades, and I really admire that, and that is one of the main things that I would love to look up to, empowering the comrades through providing for them resources. The third question was on the KUSO bit, and how I will solve that is once I get there,
or once we get there as team inclusivity under our able leaders, that is under our Sec Gen Ramesh, our international rep Lahat, our vice Deborah, we shall ensure that this election will be free, fair for everyone, because we are all campus students and we'll all have our needs. The fourth question, which is sad, but it's a reality, was on the bit of suicide and depression. And we must ask ourselves, what is the cause of suicide? What is the cause of suicide and what is the cause of depression? I have been depressed once before in my second year, but it was for a short bit. And I can tell for a fact, what mainly caused that was lack of finances. Kuna time inafika kwa maisha, yenyewe una hit rock bottom, ile hauna pesa, you can't even take your girlfriend for a date, you can't eat chicken. And I know.
5 seconds, Rocha.
Kindly give me just 5 minutes, tafadhali.
5 seconds, kindly.
They want to hear.
5 seconds, kindly. We have to be fair to everyone.
It's okay, it's okay. So with that's where the third bit of my manifesto comes in, having stakeholders on board so that we can sit down and discuss on how best can we alleviate these issues, mainly of Kuinama, because that's the main problem. As I said, I can't offer free meals to everyone, but we can talk with our able governor, Sakaja, on how can we partner with his initiative of Dishina country. Yes, we can. The third, and also we can even partner with these NGOs that lead with
engagement with the winning teams at the faculty level. As you can see, from point of view, Team Liosi Synergy has the aspect of synergistic engagement. We strongly believe in efforts that are being brought forward by individuals. Individuals collectively coming together to make up effort of a group. That means we're not moving forward with the mentality of now, since I'm the president-elect, I'm going to work alone. No, I'm a full embracer of unity and teamwork. So rest be assured, we shall have continued engagement and consultation with the winning teams and the faculties to deliver the best for the University of Nairobi. On the question raised concerning my track record, achievements, for one to be elected consecutively, there must be that trust among the electorates. That's why I was elected consecutively 3 times, and this will be my 4th time being elected democratically. So that means University of Nairobi is going to have the best. In as much as at one point I went unopposed as a governor-elect Chiromo Kampa, that means I was the best at that moment. And this is another defining moment for me. And of course, because University of Nairobi has a global perspective, you'll still see us in the near future in the political space, providing leadership to the society. So rest be assured, I am the best as the president of Team Liosi Synergy to move University of Nairobi to the global level, holistically providing the best leadership. On the question as to whether, since I served as the governor Chiromo and we still had issues with the lecture halls, at some point we have to agree leadership can have limitations based on levels. There are some duties the President of the Republic of Kenya can do, which given to the area MCA, he can't do because of availability of resources and more platform to exercise your power. As the President, you have the moral authority and audacity to make things happen. On the question as to whether, on the question of suicide amongst the University of Nairobi students, my approach will be we need to increase the number of peer counselors amongst our students, because students are the ones who interact amongst themselves most of the time. To back the support that we receive from the Assistant Dean of Students who provide counseling services, we will ensure we have increased numbers of peer counselors to interact with our student fraternity and provide immediate feedback and concerns on what is happening. And by doing so, we will have mitigation measures put in place to ensure that there is no occurrence of such issues, in as much as we look forward to having them minimized, if not reduced completely. Thank you so much.
Yes, and yes, you can upload. And thank you so much for that, Liosi, as well. Enoch, now the floor is yours to address the questions posed, and remember the specific questions as well.
Okay, thank you. So Team Enoch, in terms of relationship with the delegates, number one, as the council and under Team Enoch, we are going to have a parliamentary system where all the delegates come together and we focus on the general projects that touches the students in all campuses. We are working in a system of parliamentary system. Secondly, this brings us together as unity. This brings unity together between the council and the delegates, which rhymes directly with the previous government. Let me now talk about the previous government question. To my knowledge, I know they have done well, but the space where they left, we are here to strengthen. The unity that wasn't there, we are here to bring. And generally, about functions with the council and the delegates, that's where now the system of parliamentary works. Whenever we have all the delegates, for example, the governor from main campus, School of Law, Kenya Science, comes together and focus on a project of bringing Churchill Show at the university. That becomes a main agenda that the three of them will bring on the table. Number two, to facilitate this, we need to motivate them. As the council, as Team Enoch, we are here to motivate all the delegates accordingly with the way at which they are putting their work on the ground. In terms of motivation, we can have event tour, we can give them cash if possible, and also we can give them opportunity for the delegate to feel that they've made a step. That goes directly with another agenda of another manifesto of our team. That is, we are not relying on the budget that has given to the council by the school, but we are here to look forward to increase the budget so that we can fulfill all the manifestos that we've given to all students.
Yes, you have 50 seconds remaining.
Okay, let me go to the KUSO issue. With the best of knowledge, I know KUSO is headed by Anthony Manyara, who is the alumni from the University of Nairobi. When we talk about rebranding University of Nairobi Council, that's where it begins. That's where it begins. Now, we don't have a problem with it. When you elect Team Enoch, we are here to stand and rebrand it again. Let me go directly to the personal question. That is about advocating for online learning. Number one, our relationship with the class reps under the delegates, and also to the admin, that is registrar. Before resuming for any session, we should have the list of those who are those who are going to give them the space to occupy space in our hostel so that they can have a physical learning, and those who can do it online. And that will be facilitated by the council and making sure that the system that we had before Corona is going to come back, and we are going to have physical learning and a bit of online learning, because that is technology, and we've grew to technology as the University of Nairobi. Let me wind up with this question. Oppo Kenya. I've worked Oppo Kenya for 2 years down the line, becoming the brand assistant to the business developer, to the PR assistant, big offices, and I'm glad that, being that I'm not a graduate, but still I make things happen in the job market. So far, I have 3 students who have joined Oppo by the name Melo. Melo, she's coming from main campus. We have Morgan from Upper Kabete campus taking veterinary medicine. We have Zebi from health sciences, and also we have Lavender from Lower Kabete. Currently, as I talk to you right now, I have 20 opportunities at Oppo Kenya. That is directly to our students. That is an internship opportunity, and it has already begun, because already we gave the talk with the dean's office, yes, and it is there for you. The moment you choose, the moment Team Enoch is in office, we are going to have 10 students, and we are going now to spread the 100 faces, smiling faces, and creating memories to make sure in 100 days, yes, we are going to have 100 students occupying jobs in the job market.
Yes, sorry, I have to cut you short at that point. I would have really loved to hear your thoughts on suicide and mental health, however. But be that as it may, I will now usher us in to the final session. We are finally nearing the penultimate stage of the debate. And my question is to you all. If you're given 30 seconds to make your case to the comrades about what really it is that you bring to the table, as to whether you're at the table or whether it's cutlery that you bring to the table, in just 30 seconds to summarize and sum it up. Allow me to start here where we started as we close it up. In just 30 seconds, what is it? Make your case to the comrades.
Thank you. As Team Enoch, I pledge to champion unity and make sure that student success is part of the main agenda in this university. If you like the university, then I welcome to on board for Team Enoch so that we can sail together and make the university as the top university in the world. Thank you.
Very well. Thank you for that, Enoch. Yes, Liosi, your 30 seconds of glory start now.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Lennox. Team Liosi Synergy is ready to scale the University of Nairobi students to their destinies in their respective careers by having a conducive learning environment and ensuring that their issues are addressed timely so that they can have their best day at the University of Nairobi. We're looking forward to providing excellent and exclusive leadership. So vote for Team Liosi Synergy.
Yes, thank you for that, Liosi. Yes, you can give him a round of applause. And Rocha Ndego, you have 30 seconds as well.
Yes, thank you. The delegates should vote for team inclusivity because, one, we bring experience. As I said before, I have served as a leader in an NGO that is Elimisha Church Campaign, so I know. I have done resource mobilization, I've sought for funding, I've sat in panels, and I've looked for money with regards to us alleviating issues that pertain our issues, that pertain our problems. Number two, we understand the issues that we all face. That is my team. That is from our super SG. He's been there before, so he knows, and he's been telling me that the office is full of limitations, so we are aware of that. And like you, we are also from humble backgrounds, but we know and that we have dreams, and we know that everything is possible. And on the third bit is that we are very practical because we are aware of the limitations that happen once you get there. And so vote for us, and we shall make it happen together. It is time.
Yes, thank you for that, Rocha. Team Collins, you have 30 seconds as well.
Thank you. I want everybody in this room to imagine a university where systems and the structures that are there are working for students. I also want everybody to imagine a university where the most needy student is taken care of. I also want you to imagine a university where the graduates are coming out of the University of Nairobi are the best in the job market. If you believe in this dream, join Team Collins M in delivering the promises that we are making. Thank you.
Thank you, Collins. And now Haya, 30 seconds as well.
Team Haya Dennis will be available for you at dawn, daytime, evening, and at midnight to ensure that all your grievances are taken care of, to ensure that the bridge, the gap between the administration and the students is restored. The relationship between leaders and students is restored, to ensure that the outreach to the national government, to the county government is restored. Vote Team Haya Dennis, who will be available for you at your depth and at your height. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And at this point, we have come to the end of the Student Council debate. And my appreciation goes to all of you, members of the audience, for adhering to the specific rules and guidelines that we set. And to you, panelists as well, for not going for each other's route and assuming strategic, professional momentum and rundown as we were running through this. My appeal to you is really let us champion for the rights of the students and for what really is key to the students, and may the best man win. Thank you very much. Oh, yes, you can kindly leave the floor at his. You can resume your seats. Yes, a round of applause for them, please, as they go. Yes, and I hope I have been as objective as possible. And at this point in time, I will invite my colleague, Professor Ndetindati, to invite her.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed, Commissioner Lennox, for that very beautiful session. You will all agree with me that this was fantastic. Right from the team leaders, I must commend you. Very professional, very deliberate, very focused, you know, dealing with issues and pitching your ideas across. That was fantastic. Kudos, of course, to the live audience here, that you've kept to the rules, played by the rules, and you've kept these guys busy, and we love that. A round of applause to all of us for making this happen, please. Thank you so very much indeed, and you will agree with me that we have 5 strong teams. As they go along doing their campaigns, now you will not be asking, who is this team? I mean, which is this team? Who is this person? You know, you have seen them, you've heard from them, and obviously during this campaign period and before the window closes, you will be able to engage with them and then ask them the many more questions that are still in your minds as you're still preparing to engage with them. And then again, of course, it's important to clarify that on the 27th, we'll be having the Faculty and Campus Association elections. The chair made it very clear in his opening remarks that the council elections are yet to be, the date for the same is yet to be set. So I was a bit surprised when somebody talked of a certain date. Please wait for communication from the commission on when the council, student council elections will be held. On the 27th, we do the faculty and campus student association elections, and that is important. At this juncture, therefore, allow me to invite Commissioner Wawira to move a vote of thanks, and then after that, I will invite the Vice Chair of the Commission to bless us and disperse us with God's love and blessings. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ndetindati. It has been really a wonderful session, and on behalf of the Independent Electoral Commission, I would like to thank the teams that have participated in this debate, starting with Team Liosi, Team Enoch N, Team Collins N, Team Inclusivity, and Team Higher Dennis. Thank you so much. To the supporters who are here and those who have been following us virtually, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being calm throughout the debate process. To the security team led by Macau, I want to thank you for maintaining order throughout the debate process. And to the Independent Electoral Commission, led by Professor Collins Odote and the Secretariat team, I want to thank you for passing communication and for organizing this debate and letting us hear from the team and letting them table for us what they have once they get elected. Thank you so much. Vice Chair.
Allow me also to take this opportunity to thank the Commission, the Chair of the Commission, the Commissioners, the Secretariat, and the entire student body for this wonderful debate. Allow me to say a word of prayer. Shall we bow? Father, in the name of Jesus, we are before thy throne of mercy this evening. Lord, we want to thank you for the debate, presidential debate that has been very successful. We pray as the candidates go out to campaign and speak out to their visions and mission to the rest of the student body, that you will be their guide. We pray for the Independent Electoral Commission body, that we shall also be able to dispense our duties and responsibilities with due fairness in each and every activity. Disperse us with your love until we meet again. We pray this, believing and trusting in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so very much, Professor Chepkonga, the Vice Chair. And at this juncture, once again, thank you so very much for your time and patience and very active participation. We now close this debate officially and continue to engage online and physically as we attend to other activities of the evening. A very blessed evening, and enjoy the rest of the hours before we meet on Monday again in our daily activities. Thank you very much, and God bless.